Corey, or Rhonda? Who will be evicted, finishing in 4th place? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 6 Hockey Sticks. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 6 Hockey Sticks. It's day 78 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week, Karen was the head of household. She nominated Corey and Rhonda for eviction, but Steven won the silver power veto in the Big Brother Staircase final power veto competition of the season. He obviously couldn't use it, but is still the only person casting an eviction vote this week. Who will he evict? We'll find out shortly. But first, I actually have a lot to get to today. First of all, I want to wish the best of luck to Kat from season 4 and 5, who is getting surgery on something downstairs. I don't know what goes on down there. I don't want to know. Once a month, something explodes. I'm a penis guy. That's what I like. Give me penis all day long. She said, once I heard the word rejuvenation, I was like, oh yeah. I just, but good luck. I hope it goes well. Okay, so a reminder, the jury roundtable and final 2 questioning is scheduled for Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I asked everybody, jurors and house guests, if they have any conflicts with time. So far, one person asked to have it moved from 4 to 4:30. So right now, we're sitting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the scheduled time for the jury roundtable, where we will learn the identities of the final 2. Okay, what do I have else here? So, the final 4... This Final Four, which I said was the best Final Four of all time, they have been, like, super active. It's crazy how much these 4 have been chatting all day long. I mean, season 1, it was basically Jeffrey and Chad just razzing each other, saying they both suck. Lisa and Tiffany were invisible. Season 2, Rob and Chanel were pissed off with me regarding the Storytime incident, where Jimbo, for not submitting his story, got HOH. It was a long story. So that was quiet. Season 3, Lynn talked a lot, but then Chantel and Alvin weren't talking to each other because Alvin was being himself, Chantel was being herself, and combined those two, that doesn't work. So basically, Jojo and I were just talking to Lynn. In season 4, that was pretty active. I remember that was at the end of the first wave of the pandemic, which of course was the wave where everything was shut down. So because things were reopening, Nick was going back to work. Lindsay, it was summertime was approaching because it was a spring season, so Lindsay was going up north. So she was busy. Marcin was building a tree house, it was a slide. He got this 10-piece slide from IKEA, and he took 2 days to set it up. I'm like, bro, it's like a 10-piece puzzle. Don't be a Caitlyn, just put the puzzle together. And then in season 5, nobody was talking. Chantel and Jonathan were just done, and they were like, I'm not speaking unless necessary. Brazil wanted to murder everyone, so it was just Jojo and I talking to each other. I think towards the end, the last week of season 5, the group chat was literally myself posting the episode and the cover photos each day, and literally nobody was talking. But these 4 have been talking all day long. They talked a lot about that Lecomte guy. They told me I couldn't say anything, but from what I remember, the outrageously hot guy who was in yesterday's video, he dated a bunch of girls, then he dated a bunch of guys, then they had a big orgy and lived happily ever after. That's what I got out of the story, or that's what my brain wanted to process. But yeah, that guy, super hot. We also talked about Ricky, host of Ecstasy. Great org, you should apply for next season. Ricky is somebody who is so outrageously hot that, and if you want, let me know if you want pictures. He's so outrageously hot that I don't even bother hitting on him because I know I have no chance in hell. But yeah, we talked about him. I made the house guest decide whether Under Armour Ricky, dress shirt Ricky, or tank top Ricky was the hottest. And Under Armour won, but Corey voted on tank top Ricky, and I'm like, what straight guy says that a tank top looks best on a guy? You're so gay. Anyway, but yeah, hot cha cha cha. Okay, so I think that's about everything. Steven, by winning the Silver Power Veto yesterday, he now has won 4 Head of Household competitions and 4 Power Veto competitions. So he's won 8. He is tied with Jeffrey, but because he's won 4 Head of Households, which has a higher value, he's actually the top. So you're tied for 8, and you are the highest competition winner in Big Brother Cheesecake history. So congratulations. Yeah, so the final 4 were really super active, and there was something I wanted to say about that. Yeah, I can't remember. Oh well. Okay, so before we get to the live eviction and the rules to part 1 of the final Head of Household competition, I have a little announcement to make. So, for those of you who don't know, I accepted a new job offer that I'm very, very excited about. It was a job that I won't say what it is. If you want to know, ask me in private. Over 100 people applied. I had no expectations of being the successful candidate, and I was, so I'm super stoked. And Rhonda, this means I'll be leaving Brampton Transit, and but Andrew and Marcin will help me get more transit operators because we need more hilarious content. I mean, Andrew was great this season, like, right? Andrew, and even Jit were great this season. So we need more wacko bus drivers playing this game. But Rhonda from season 2, 3, and 5 got me a goodbye letter, and it took everything inside of me to not open the letter because I wanted to do it on the episode. Yeah, it was hard. She also looked for maple donuts from Tim Hortons. Good luck with that. Renforth and Arengate is the only one in the GTA that still sells maple. Because we're apparently not in Canada. Yeah. Oh, did she actually lick the envelope? You're such a baby boomer, Rhonda. Like, Gen Xers, they either, like, stick the thing, like, inside, right? Or they use tape. And millennials just send an email. Anyway. So exciting. Yeah. Very exciting. Okay, here we go. Oh. Wanda. Oh. Congrats. Oh, something fell. Okay, hold on. What is it? It's a keychain, and it says Hope and Dream. Aw. Thank you, Rhonda. And the card. I'm half relieved, half disappointed. It's not a cock ring. Okay. Dear Andrew, way to go. You did it. Never give up. Make your dreams happen. So proud of you. I will miss seeing you at Transit, but I am so overjoyed that your efforts paid off and your new path begins. I love you, my dear friend. XOXO. Rhonda, I love you too. Okay, so... It's there. That license plate is from the Northwest Territories, and what I love about it is that the majority of license plates in Canada and the US and around the world are either a square or a rectangle, whereas that one is actually shaped like a bear. Like it actually, yeah. So I love it. I think they've gotten rid of it though, but I like it. Well, thank you, Rhonda. I'm going to miss you too. Rhonda's one of the last people left at Transit that well, not one of the last, but in the last couple of years, a lot of people that I've been really close to have left. And so Rhonda, Marcin, Susie, Charlene. She admitted in the lunchroom that she's not watching this season, so she's dead to me. Who else? Yeah, but we've lost a lot of people from Transit. So Lisa from season 4, she's moving to Halifax. So she's Halifax's problem now. And yeah, okay. So I think that's everything. Yeah, let's get to the rules for the part 1 of the final Head of Household competition. The final head of household competition is called Big Brother Tandem Deal or No Deal. And here's how it works. Part 1 is always Deal or No Deal. Now in Season 1 and 2, we just played a flat game of Deal or No Deal, but that involves a lot of luck. So in Season 3, I changed it, and I made it so that there was a qualifying quiz, and whoever did best on the quiz got to go last in Deal or No Deal. Whoever did worst on the quiz had to go first. And then when we played Deal or No Deal, it was public in the group chat, so the person who went second knew what the first person got, but not what the third person was going to get, and then the person who went third in the best position simply had to beat one of the scores. In Season 3, who was it? Alvin was last when he won. In Season 4, Nick was first and won. And in Season 5, JoJo was the middle person and won. So I thought, we've had all 3 scenarios happen. Let's shake it up and do some tandem Deal or No Deal. So because Extra Whip is going to be filmed tonight, I have less time. So we're just going to play one game of Deal or No Deal. There's going to be a qualifying quiz. Whoever scores highest on the quiz gets to be in the most advantageous position, and whoever scores the lowest is in the most disadvantageous position. If there's a tie on the quiz, whoever submitted first will get the higher position. So you want to do it as fast as possible, and you have 10 minutes to submit the quiz. We're then playing one game of Deal or No Deal where you are on a tandem bike, seen here. That's what I forgot to say earlier in the episode. The house guests wanted me to rank. They had a whole bunch of guys that they nominated, and they wanted me to rank them from lowest to highest, but I didn't recognize the majority of them. So Hearn is third, Ryan Reynolds is second. How dare you put Ryan Reynolds ahead of me? You know what? Ryan Reynolds third, Hearn second, but number 1, Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. So fucking hot, Jensen Ackles. And he and I both have green eyes, so we're soulmates. Like, right? Anyway, you're on a tandem bike. When there is a deal offered, the person who is at the head of the bike in the best position gets to say deal or no deal. If they say no deal, then the person in the middle of the bike gets to say deal or no deal, and if they say no deal, the person at the back of the bike gets to say no deal. At the end of the game, whoever has the highest deal or amount in the case is the winner of part 1. So the person who's in front gets the advantage of being the first to be able to say deal or no deal. And if they're saying no deal, then they pass it back and pass it back. If we get down to the second last offer and everybody has said no deal all along, then if it's passed back to the person at the back must take the deal. Then the last offer, if it doesn't get taken by the first person, then the middle person must take the deal, and the case goes to the person left at the end. Yeah, so I think I made it. I definitely made it fresh, creative. There's new strategy now. The person at the front has the power of stopping whenever they want and taking the deal. And remember, if the person at the front says deal, the game will continue, and then the person in the middle of the bike gets to say deal or no deal. So it's a matter, again, of timing and what you think your opponents will do. If you have questions, since you're watching this now, ask in the group chat. But yeah, I hope I made the right decision in freshening this up. Because I love Deal or No Deal, but it's time for a refresher of it. Okay, now it's time to get to the live eviction. Corey, Rhonda, this breaks my heart. And, there wasn't a lot of people that upset about my decision to give Steven an extra 30 minutes because I gave him the wrong score and I only corrected it in 2 hours. Curtis was kind of pissed, but at the same time, Curtis is the type that gets angry and then pets a bunny and feels better, so he'll be fine. Okay, the competition, or no, Steven, before you cast your eviction vote, Corey, Rhonda, you have one last chance to plead your case to Steven with one brief statement. And Corey, you're up first. Hi, it's me, Corey. Mbop-a-doop-a-dop-a-doom-bop. Well, I would love to stay. I'll never plead against my bestie, Rhonda, even though she did break up Creed. I've had a blast playing with you all, so make the best decision for you. Love you all. And I'm totally straight. Okay, thank you. And Rhonda, you're up next. And I said brief statement. It was an eternity. Thank you, Rhonda. Here we go. What can I say? The best alliance ever. It has been an exceptional last 4 or 5 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks? It's been 78 days. Words can, or I guess she means within Mbop. But that was still, yeah, that's right. Words cannot express the fun, joy, good times, crazy times, and altogether zany antics of this crew. Stephen, Karen, it's been a pleasure playing alongside you. I have left this game with what I think are 2 great friends, and I look forward to carrying on our chats after this game is done. Corey, you have been the best partner a player could ever want. Maybe a couple more comp wins would have been nice. A couple more comp wins? A couple anything. I have opinions on everything, and my opinion on this choice you have to make is this. Corey would appreciate the final 3 more than I. The comp's the experience I think he would enjoy, and he deserves after having to deal with me all season. So if you are fence-sitting, not sure what to do, please take Corey to the final 3. And with that, I will go into my coffin and wait for the inevitable. Okay, Stephen, it is now time. Please stand in front of your fellow house guests and cast your vote to evict. Hey, it's me, Steven. We could get all sappy and sentimental with this eviction to annoy the jury even more. Everything has been established earlier. It is kind of anticlimactic because I'm not going to appease to the bloodthirsty hyenas and give them a massacre. I make the rules to my own game, not anyone else. When I want to troll and cause chaos, I troll and cause chaos. But now I'm in the business where I can cause chaos by not causing chaos, so respectfully, eat it, nerds. And with that, I vote to evict Rhonda. Rhonda, it's official. You are evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 6 house. Hey, Rhonda! It's me, Donnie Cherry. Hey, come to Kingston and I'll give you a tour of our jail. But for now, man, you made it pretty far to the 3rd round, but you still let a beach ball in. So for that, it's time to hit the links. Rhonda, you got about 15 minutes to say your goodbyes before I kick you the fuck out of the Facebook group chat. Thanks for playing. Better luck next time. Rhonda, what can I say? I absolutely love you. We met in Calgary at an Olive Garden. So naturally, like, we have a love story. Olive Garden is just so sex. You played such a great game. The jury gives you and Corey a lot of crap, but I think when your HOH didn't go the way you wanted to go and you were blindsided, I would have teamed up with Stephen and Karen as well. I don't think you could have predicted how well they would have done in comps because you're a super fan of Big Brother. We've watched 23 seasons of US and 9 seasons of Canada. No pair has ever won, what was it, 8 out of 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 8 out of 9 head of household competitions and the majority of the vetoes. That just doesn't happen. Even when there are comp beasts, like Derek and Cody together in season 16, they still didn't win that much. So, there's no way you could have known that. Also, you were almost out the door week 3. You were about to be evicted day 22 when Amy quit, and you're evicted on day 78. So you went 56 days beyond your expiration date. You essentially went triple the time that the house guests thought, more than triple the time that the house guests thought you deserved to stay in the game. 2 months more. 2 months ago you were going to be evicted. That's insane. It was Thanksgiving, it was before Halloween that Amy quit. So, wow. And then right after that, you come out with an HOH and 2 vetoes. You're the only person this season to nominate Steven, I believe. So you were the only one that had the ability to do that. And you almost won the veto last night. I think if you had a very busy workday, Corey had a busy workday, I think if you were focusing on it all day, there's a chance that you could have pulled it out. And also, if I didn't screw up and if I gave Steven the right score, who knows, he might have figured it out sooner. We'll never know what would have happened if I gave Steven the right score. Or if his computer didn't crash as well. We'll never know what would have happened. But, well, actually, I do know what would have happened. I don't think you would have had the votes to win. So, at least in that respect, know that no matter who you sat in the final two with, you weren't going to get the $600. And I know that sounds bad, but imagine if you were evicted and you were like Janelle or somebody who was guaranteed the win. Then it would feel like you came this close to 600 and you didn't get it. But you came this close to final two, and I think you would have ended up second. So I know that sounds weird, but do you want to lose out on a lottery jackpot by one number, or do you want to just have none of the numbers? Assuming there's no second prizes. Like, can you imagine a lottery where the only prize, I think Lotto Max, the Max Millions, the Max Millions for Lotto Max, you have to get all 7 numbers, and there is no prize for 6. So that's what I'm saying. Do you want to have 6 out of 7 numbers right and get nothing and be one number away from $1 million, or in this case 600? Or do you want to be far away? So that's what I mean. I don't think you had the jury votes against. You definitely didn't have it against Karen or Steven. I don't think. And Corey, I think Corey would have still had the votes over you. So at least in that respect, you are not so close. You get what I'm saying. I know it sounds mean. I mean it to be nice. It's day 78. I'm so tired. But you made it to 78 days. You're going to be on Extra Whip, the final Extra Whip of the season with Brazil and Nicole and I tonight. And I can't wait to dish the dirt with you. Nothing but good things to say to you. I can't wait to go to Calgary again so we can have Olive Garden. If Olive Garden ever opens up here, which it won't, you can come to Toronto. Otherwise, don't bother. It's a shithole. And our mayor just keeps putting in bike lanes everywhere. And we have, like, nowhere to drive. It's just like Bloor Street just doesn't move. Anyway, I digress. Okay, that's it. So, just like RuPaul would say, are you Team Karen, Team Steven, or Team Corey? Be sure to voice your opinion in the Big Brother Cheesecake Org Facebook group or in any of the comments on Facebook or on social media in general. We want to hear from you. And with that said, tomorrow is the final Extra Whip of the season where Rhonda will dish the dirt with Brazil, Nicole, and myself. Friday is... Oh, and we'll have the results to part 1 of the final Head of Household competition. Friday is part 2, Saturday is part 3 where we will crown the final Head of Household. Sunday is the final live eviction of the season where we will learn the identities of the final 2. Monday is the jury roundtable where they will question the final 2 and discuss the merits of the final 2, along with a special guest. Tuesday, the jury casts their votes for the winner, and Wednesday, 1 week from today, is the season finale where we will crown the winner of Big Brother Cheesecake 6 Hockey Sticks. I'm Andrew Shevsky Moonves. Take care, and remember, Ben Bishop is hot as fuck.